Hi Stampers, it's Madeline from stampwithmadelyn.com, and today we're going to be making a super cute birthday card that you can make lots of in no time at all. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card, but to make 6 of them super fast. So let's get started. What I'm using for this is the Avant Garden stamp set. So this is something that is free right now during Sale-a-bration, which it's going fast. It's going to end on March 31st, so it's right around the corner. So every time you spend $50 in the annual or the occasions, you get something for free out of the Sale-a-bration catalog. It is definitely worth it. There is great products totally for free that you want to jump on. So let's get started with this one. This is Avant Garden. What you're going to need in order to make these cards is you're going to need 6 pieces of cucumber crush. So I used all of the 2015 and 2017 in colors because those are going out of stock, sadly. When May 31st hits and the last day of our annual catalog comes, the in colors for 2015 and 2017 will be gone. So if you like any of them, I definitely recommend to get all of the refills and all the ink pads and all the paper you want because it will be gone soon. So this is one of them. This is Cucumber Crush. And we're going to actually be using a lot of them for the ink pads today. This is almost all of them. So we're going to be using Cucumber Crush, Tip Top Taub, Flirty Flamingo, and Sweet Sugar Plum. And again, you could do any kind of color that you want for this. You could do the brights or the regals. You could do any kind of combination that you want. All right, and all the details for this will be on my blog, stampwithmadelyn.com. So definitely check the link below and head over because all the measurements and all the product links that you'll need will be over there. So stampwithmadelyn.com. All right, so 6 pieces of Cucumber Crush scored at 4.25. So this is the regular size cards. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4.25. So 6 of those. Then you want some Whisper White cut at 5.25 by 4. That way you'll get that little nice outer rim of the Cucumber Crush with the white in the center. You will also need some blocks because we're going to be working with photopolymer stamps. So these are all the clear photopolymer stamps. You need a clear block and also a piercing pad. All right, and some of these stamps will be off the edges of the Whisper White, as you can tell. So we want some scrap paper down so you don't get any in your piercing pad. So this piercing pad is very important because it makes it so you'll get a nice crisp image while using the photopolymer stamps. So let's get right started. What I do is I kind of make a conveyor belt of doing this. So I do all of the Sweet Sugar Plum flowers first on all 6 pieces. Then I go back and do all the Flirty Flamingo flowers on all 6 pieces. Then I do the little, in the middle of the flowers, I go back with Tip Top Taub and do it on all of them. And then I do the stems in Cucumber Crush, and then I do the sentiment in Sweet Sugar Plum. So I'm going to do that, and I'll do it on all 6 of them. So that's the trick of making quick cards, is doing it on all of them, the same step on all 6 of them. So we're going to start with Sweet Sugar Plum, and in our Avant Garden, we're going to be using the flower stamp. So you just want to tap, tap, tap on this, and you'll want to go back and re-ink for every single flower that you're doing. Now we're done with the Sweet Sugar Plum, so we're going to wipe off our stamp using our stamp scrubber. So I'll link to this too. This makes it super easy to clean stamps really fast, and I love it. Dries it right off too, so you don't have to worry about any wetness while you're changing to a different ink pad. So now we're going to do Flirty Flamingo. So we're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to be filling in the spots. Okay, now we're going to move to doing the inside of the flower to give it the little dots in the center. So we're going to do this in Tip Top Taub. It's a little middle. So here we are. You could do it in any kind of brown that you want, but I wanted to keep it all to the in colors that we're working with. So you're just going to go through on all 6 and put all the middles of the flowers, and it really makes the flower, I think. And that looks so cute. Okay, and the last part of the flower that we're going to do is, instead of putting stems and leaves on it, I like this little leaf. I like the accent it gives. So we're going to be doing that around the bottom of the card with the Cucumber Crush ink pad. So what's nice is if you made any mistakes around the bottom, like any edges that look like you got some ink on it by accident, you can always do this and kind of cover them up. They all don't have to look the same, which is why I love this. You could really change it up. You could even do different directions in the card. So instead of doing all of them horizontal, you could do it up and down. Totally up to you. I'm actually going into the I'm bringing birthdays back movement. And so that is what got me thinking about what's a quick card that I could make that's beautiful and that everyone would love to get. That I could make a lot of so that I can be ready for the birthdays. And this is what came to mind for me. And all your mess ups, like I got a little bit of ink at the top here, all of those will be covered up with ribbon. So you'll get to see that in just a second. Okay, lastly, we're going to be putting our sentiment on. And I took the sentiment from the Tasty Treats stamp set. So it's the happiest birthday stamp, and I just love this stamp. I use it a lot. So this is photopolymer as well. We're going to be using Sweet Sugar Plum to do it. And again, we're going to go over all the cards and do this sentiment on there. And I'm just stamping it right in the middle like that. Little mess ups around the top, like I said, they'll be covered with the ribbon. If you do something that you don't like, you could try to cover it up with a stamp, or there's always two sides of the paper for a reason. So you can always flip it over and start over if you're not happy with the results. Okay, now we're all done with the stamping. I'm going to use the ribbon that came in the Sweet Succulent ribbon pack. So it's the Sweet Sugar Plum one, and I just love this ribbon. And what we're going to be doing is putting a strip on one side and a bow on the other. So let me show you the easiest way to do this. So you can change it up. So if you see this card, I don't like how I got that line in there. So I could do this across. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. So you just want to make it so that a little bit will get tucked behind each side. Now what I do is I put adhesive along the whole piece of ribbon. So that way there's no bumps, it doesn't stick up in awkward places. Okay, so once you have adhesive on the whole thing, I center it where I want it. And then I just tuck behind the strings. And look at that. With it all being adhesive, it's nice and easy. So I'm going to put the bow right here on this one. So what I do is I make the bow while it's still on the spool. It's easier for me not to use as much ribbon, so I'm saving some ribbon. So just get it the way you like. And then you can always go back and fix this, you know, and make it any way that you want. I think that's good. I'm going to stick that right in the center there. So you could use glue dots for this. I just use my adhesive. That way the bow will stick right to where I want it. There we go. Look how cute. So that's another version you could make. And then we're just going to go around on all of these and do whichever one way we want. So I think I'm going to go across on all of them if I can, just so it's a little bit different than my first batch. But I'll do one with it in the corner so you can see. Okay, for this one, I'm going to put it up in the corner so you can see how to do that one. So it's just a little bit shorter than when we put it down the center. You're going to center it on the corner first, the way that you want it. And then you're going to tuck these behind. There we go. And then you're just going to do the same thing. Make a bow, but instead of putting it on the ribbon, I put it on the other side just so, oops, just so more of the card is filled up. Alright, and I'm just going to put it up here. So you just need a little bit of adhesive to get it stuck. There we go. Look how cute. I love this card. Alright, so we're going to hurry and finish the last of these. So this one, there was lots of smudges at the top. So I'm going to put the ribbon across the top. So just showing you how versatile this kind of card is. When you're making a whole bunch of them, it's nice and easy to be able to change the design of it to what you need or what you want. So on this one, I'm just going to not put a bow, but put this across. There we go. So now they're all ribboned. So now you want to attach them to your card. So I have it scored at 4.25. So you just want to get them all nicely closed. You can use a bone folder. I'm just going to fold these really quick so we can get the cards on. So again, the Avant Garden is from the Sale-a-bration catalog, and that ends on March 31st. So you can check out my blog, stampwithmadelyn.com, and just click the Shop Now button, and you could see everything that's available right now. And every $50 you spend in the annual or the occasions catalog, you're able to get a free item from that Sale-a-bration catalog. So it's really the best time to stock up on what you need because you get so much free stuff, which everyone loves free stuff. So I'm using these as individual cards for sending out cards to my friends and family and customers. I always send out birthday cards to my customers. But you could also use this as a gift. So you could make like a cute little card box, or you could use, there's a card tin that is one of the free items in the Sale-a-bration catalog. You could use that and put all these cards in with envelopes and make it as a gift for someone. So you'd give them a tin or a box that you make, and all these cards with envelopes could be the starter of their box. Alright, there we go. There are all of our cards. And you can tell that we could do a little bit something different on all of them. I hope you liked this video. Please check out my blog, stampwithmadelyn.com. The details will be below. Like my Facebook, I have all my events on there that are going on. My Pinterest is below too. If you follow my Pinterest, you'll be able to see all the cards I do. I pin everything, and I pin all my swap cards as well. But please check out my blog. It's very new, and I have all the product links on there and all the measurement details. And for now, keep stamping, stampers. Thank you. Bye.